We're just going to wait till Megan gives me a thumbs up. Thumbs up. All right, guys. Thanks for being here for our weekly press conference. We got somewhat of a quick one today. We first want to just chat a little bit about the Humane Society, and right now we know that they are still somewhat in a tough situation with folks who are dropping off dogs. Still, these are mostly folks who got dogs during COVID, and then their situation changed. Now they are looking to have those dogs get new homes. We want to make sure that folks in Wichita know that there is a great opportunity with the Humane Society right now with special promotions and different types of discounts for folks who are interested in bringing home a new pet. So please, now's the time. We want to make sure that they have the resources that they need, and part of that is when they get an influx of animals, alerting the public that this influx of animals is an opportunity for people to come and expand their family with a new dog or a new cat. So again, please make sure you check out the Humane Society, and hopefully either adopt an animal, and they're also are looking for fosters. So when our Humane Society is at capacity, they are looking for folks who can take a dog for just a short amount of time until there's more room where that dog can be adopted. So definitely just wanted to make an announcement on their behalf, because we do know that they are in a bit of a situation where many animals are now being dropped off there, and we need help from the community. Next, we're going to get into really an update from Shannon Wedge from the Red Cross, who will discuss the Red Cross summer safety tips and their Red, White, and You campaign. Red, White, and You, I like that. So Shannon, thanks for being with us again, and welcome.
Yeah, I would like to talk a little bit about blood. We're already starting to see a slump in blood donations, so just want to encourage the public to schedule your blood appointment. You can do that at redcrossblood.org. We see that slump begin as school lets out. People start scheduling their summer vacations, they start traveling, going to the pool, doing all the things. So to encourage people to come out and donate blood as we see that slump, we have an event called Red, White, and You. And this year, we typically have it over the 4th of July holiday, but we are going to try something a little different, and we're going to have it after the 4th of July. So that event will be July 5th, 6th, and 7th. It's at the Sedgwick County Extension Office, and for the presenting donor that comes and schedules that appointment, they get a ticket to enter the zoo, the Sedgwick County Zoo, and then their family members will get a discounted ticket as well. You also get a t-shirt for that as well. So you can schedule your appointment throughout the summer at redcrossblood.org, so please do that. Every 2 seconds, someone in the country needs blood, so it's very vital that we keep blood on the shelves. I just downloaded the app for water safety, so I have a poster over here of all of the apps, but I was looking at that, and all the water safety tips are on that app, so we have that swim app. But I pulled some stats, so according to the CDC, every day on average 11 people die in the United States from unintentional drowning, and 1 in 5 of those are children 14 years of age and younger. So we have an array of apps. We have an emergency app, we have that swim app, so please go to redcross.org and get all of your safety tips, and also enroll your kids in those swimming lessons too. We have a great parks department and swimming lessons at all of those pools in town, so please do that. And thank you for the opportunity to share our safety tips.
Of course, and thank you, Shannon, for all you do and all the Red Cross does for our community. Speaking of red, white, and blue, this week we amended our fireworks ordinance to be more in line with state law. It is more restrictive than past years, but the fire and police crews will be patrolling to ensure that the community stays safe. So with us today is Battalion Chief Jose, who's here to discuss the new ordinance and really some safety tips and what this ordinance means for folks who are planning to utilize fireworks to celebrate the 4th of July.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor Whipple. Yes, as Mayor Whipple mentioned, the City Council has voted to make some changes to the current fireworks ordinance. Some of those changes are fireworks will allowed to be shot during the time frame of June 27th through July 4th. During those dates, aerial fireworks will be allowed within the city limits from July 1st through July 4th. Also, during those times, aerial fireworks are those dates specifically that are shot, and they're consumer fireworks that shoots flaming balls into the air, including but not limited to cakes and mortar fireworks. So during the 1st and the 4th, those fireworks will be allowed through the 1st through the 4th of July. Shoot times will remain the same as it has been in the past fireworks ordinance, 10 a.m. to midnight every night. Penalties are going to be, have increased from previous ordinance, which was $250. The new penalty fees will be first offense, $1,000 or 50 hours of community service. Second offense is up to $1,500, and third offense, $2,000 of a violation of that. The Wichita Fire Department and Police Department will continue to partner up throughout the fireworks season of June 27th through July 4th to make sure that all citizens within the city of Wichita are abiding by the city ordinance. So again, this is just a first part of a possible changes to the city work ordinance, and we're just trying to mirror what the state statute is, but we're still trying to make sure that we compromise with citizens and the caring for everybody that's to be allowed to be shooting fireworks. Thank you.
All right, we appreciate the folks who worked on this new ordinance. It's an attempt to not only modernize, but again, find that middle ground when it comes to acknowledging that we do have aerial fireworks here in the city, while also trying to create a framework so that folks who need to go to sleep at a reasonable hour can do so. So with that, we appreciate the fire department and all their work on this. Next, I'm going to make a brief announcement on behalf of Councilmember Johnson, who has been doing some incredible work about alerting the district about the KDHE public meeting that is coming up on Friday, May 19th from 7 p.m. at the Boys and Girls Club, which is at 240 North Opportunity Drive right here in Wichita. And the purpose of this is to discuss the 29th and Grove Environmental Site Health Study and the next steps. So again, KDHE will be here on May 19th at 7 p.m. to discuss the 29th and Grove Environmental Site to help not only give out information, but talk about the next steps. So it'll be outcomes of the health study, available community resources, and next steps on that project is what they are supposed to be covering. So we encourage folks in our community, particularly those who are concerned with the contamination site over at 29th and Grove, to attend. We know that KDHE is really in the driver's seat with this, and it's our job as the city of Wichita to alert folks in that area so you can go get your questions answered. They will be here Friday at 7 p.m., which we know is might be a difficult time for folks to get out, but again, we want to get the word out as much as possible so we can get not only participation but also coverage. So people who are interested in being there to ask some of these questions and help us get this information out, we invite you to do so. So with that, we're open up to questions, really not just about what we talked about, but really about anything.
Your thoughts on a possible spirit strike?
I haven't been following it, to be honest. I do hope that when any type of situation that involves a labor dispute, I do hope that both sides are able to come to an agreement so that people can continue to work and get not only paid, but the payment in which they deserve for their services. So it's something I haven't really been following too closely, but again, we want to make sure that the process plays out and that people feel good about the outcome. Is that it?
Jose, I don't know if you answered this question. Kind of what led up to this decision, and is there still a concern?
What's your question again there?
The decision that you finally, so you're basically allowing aerial fireworks. What led up to that decision, and is there still a concern, or what does that allow you to do?
So what led Chief Snow to create this committee with council members and other members throughout the city department, the fireworks committee, is a result of the last 5 to 6 years of data that we continue to have, that we accumulated, and being able to review that, and also speaking with our police enforcement teams along with the fire department enforcement teams, and seeing the city as a whole, and the fact that the enforcement is very difficult to enforce that ordinance within due to our surrounding communities that allow fireworks, mirroring the state statute. So it's just something that coming up with the committee has been able to decide to present this to the district advisory boards and being able to get some feedback and just to make some changes. Again, this is going to be an ongoing process of evaluating what we're implementing just this year, and we'll see how that goes. But so right now, overall, this is just accumulation of data and the history that we have from the past 5 to 6 years to be able to possibly propose these changes in which the city has voted in to make sure that it's in the best interests of the city itself. So right now it's just accumulation of information that we was able to acquire and make this decision based on all of the information that we have.
Are you concerned that, you know, the shoot 'em where you buy 'em, that maybe we're gonna see more, you know, illegal fireworks now that this is being?
Well, the thing is, for this year in this first phase, the purchasing of aerial fireworks will still not be allowed within the city of Wichita. We'll still have our ground type of fireworks, safe and sane type of fireworks, which would be in our tents from our inspections and approval from the Wichita Fire Department along with licensing. But I think overall, there's always a concern for safety. You know, shoot them where you buy them is a phrase. Usually where you buy them is going to be a limited restricted area that you can't shoot fireworks where you buy those, purchase your fireworks due to the proximity of the fireworks tents, but also private property on businesses where they're located at. So it's just always just want to make sure that everybody's aware of proper disposal, making sure that you're supervising your minors, and to make sure that the area is clear, and also to make sure that we're not just shooting fireworks at each other or being respectful to our neighbors. So there's always a concern for safety. But I think overall, I think our data is able to support this decision that we proposed to the city council and to be able to move forward and see what this, after this year, the fireworks season, we will be reconvening again to make sure that reviewing what occurred on the 2023 fireworks season and see if there's any other changes or recommendations once we go through the fireworks committee along with our citizen fireworks committee also that we're going to implement along with our vendors, because our stakeholders are a big part of this decision making also.
And I'll just speak briefly on why I think the council supported this. We want to be data-focused policymakers, and the reason why aerial fireworks has been illegal throughout the city is the fear of them getting on top of a roof or in a gutter that hasn't been properly cleaned out and basically causing a fire. Looking at the data, the majority of fires, if not all, have actually happened from improper disposal of fireworks. So not so much a firework landing on someone's roof, which is our worst fear, but frankly, folks who will throw away fireworks, think they're done, and they'll catch the trash on fire, which might catch the house on fire. So we got to follow the data when it comes to these decisions. And still, some of the most, I think, concerning fireworks, bottle rockets, lanterns, the type that float away but they're on fire, those are still illegal in Wichita for good reason. And so what we're trying to do is really just figure out a good compromise that's enforceable and that makes sense. And you can't really, I think, make an argument on safety when it comes to the old restrictions unless the data shows that needs to be the argument. So again, we applaud the committee for the work that they're doing, and we're also monitoring this. We're willing to make changes to this ordinance as we gather more information, and if the data shows us this year that we should go this direction or that direction, we are able to pivot on a dime with our ordinances to ensure that our policy matches the best outcome. Further questions? You're the only KSN didn't ask one yet, no? Okay. Thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate it.